Today, we're going to take a look at digital stores in Systeme.io. Here on my screen, I've got startsystem.com, my affiliate link for Systeme.io. And if you see here, I've got basically a header, some text, and I've got 4 different affiliate links that a person can click on and go to. So I just wanted to show you this. This is something I'm already using today. And that's a digital store that was built. It took me maybe 15 minutes to build it in Systeme.io. Really easy to get up and running. And then here's one I built for today that we're going to go over together and we're going to build together. It says Meeting Central, which is a product that I have. And it consists of an Airtable database and make.com blueprints and one-on-one coaching and onboarding from me if somebody buys it. And down below here, you can see that we've got a link to a digital product, which is the Airtable template and the make.com blueprints. And if somebody clicks on buy, it says get your hands on the blueprints now. It's got some text to tell them what they're going to get. We ask for their email, their first name, and then they choose which product they want. So Meeting Central. And then down at the bottom here, they can choose a payment method, which the only one I accept is a credit card, which is Stripe. They could fill it in and click buy now, and then they would get an email with a link to the blueprints to download. So I wanted to show you that. That's what we're going to build together. So I'm pulling up my other browser here, and on the left-hand side, I've got the actual website built already, and then on the right-hand side, we're going to rebuild it from scratch. So when you go into your system account and you click on websites, you'll see that there's 3 different options there. You can build a blog, a sales funnel, or a digital store. We'll cover blogs and sales funnels in a different video, but today we're focused on digital stores, and that takes you here. So I've got these 2 stores. The one I'm on the left is called Meeting Central. That's the one we're going to recreate now. So I'm going to start by clicking create. We'll give it a name, Meeting Central. And then you get to choose which domain name this is going to be on. So the one on the left I have under my default Systeme.io domain name. But for this one, we're going to choose Meeting Central. Changes the path here, and then you could give it, it automatically assigns Meeting-Central as the name over here for the URL that you would go to, and I'm going to change it to store. You can put whatever you want there. The language, I'm just going to leave on English. Click Save. And now it starts you up here in this this section, and you can start configuring it. So again, we're just going to reference what I've already built on the left, and we're going to build it on the right. So the first thing we'll do is let's edit our header. We can edit the icon here. I'm going to click my little pencil, and I've got some assets here that I've created. So I created this little calendar logo in Canva, and I can upload that. Okay, now I've got that. Store display name. So I'm going to call this Meeting Central. And I really like that it updates in real time and shows you what it's going to look like over here. And then for a bio, which is like a tagline, I'm going to put your Zoom dashboard. Then we also can add some social links. You can see in my version here, I've added some just an email and a link to the website. But if we click on show more, you can see that you've got all kinds of options for Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, any link that you want to add there. So for me, I'm going to add an email down here. And then a link to the website, which would be like the actual demo website, or it could be a funnel in Systeme.io. Whatever you want to have that link to, go for it. So I'm just going to put meetingcentral.com. Okay, and then let me move my image out of the way. Okay, I'm going to hit save. Okay, so now we've got our header there. The next thing we want to move on to now is we want to add a product. And so that's the digital download that we saw earlier. So I'm going to click add a new product. And in here you have options. You can point to a link or URL, which is basically how when I showed you the other store that I have for startsystem.com, which is my affiliate link. Those are just links to Systeme.io to a particular page. And for that, I just chose external link. But in this case, what we want to do is choose to sell a digital download. You can also collect emails like it shows here just to build your email list, which is great. But for the purposes of today, I'm looking to sell a download like a PDF, spreadsheet, whatever it is that's digital. And in my case, it's make.com blueprints for automation. So I'm going to click on that. And to do this here, I'm also going to load up on the left-hand side so you can see exactly what I've already done before. So the one thing is you can select an image or just use this keep this little down arrow, which I think is perfectly fine. I'm going to give it a title, Meeting Central. I like buy for the button name. And then just to save a little time, I'm going to copy and paste all this information. And basically what I'm saying is, hey, if you click buy, you're going to get access to the Airtable template, the blueprints, one-on-one installation session with me, as well as ongoing support. So at any point, you can click Save Draft, or you can just move on to the next stage. If you do click Save Draft, one thing to note is it kicks you out of this page, and then you just have to go back in, which is not a big deal, but if you click Next, it doesn't kick you out. So let's just see if that's still the case. Save as draft. Yeah, see how it kicks you back up to here. So it's good to save as you're going, but realize that you're going to have to go back in every time. Okay, so now let's move on to our checkout page. Again, you can change the image here if you want. I kind of like the folder with the down arrow, so that's perfectly fine with me. And we're going to punch this information in here. So get your hands on the blueprints now. Buy now. I like all those things. And then I have some text here that I've already added. So get instant access to the blueprints. So again, it's just a list of what you're going to get. And then there's an email and first name. So if I scroll down here, you'll see that it collects the email and first name. You can also add fields if you want, like last name, country, city, whatever else you want to collect. I'm just going to collect the email and the first name for today's purposes. And then down here, what you have is the you have a price plan and a payment method. So for a price plan, I'm going to click the little plus button here, and you get to choose the type of price plan. One-time payment. Is this a subscription? Is this a payment plan? And for my blueprints, I'm just going to choose one-time payment. And now it says, okay, what's the price plan? And I've created a price plan in another video. I show you how to do that. But basically, I have a price plan that I created called Meeting Central. And if I choose that, here's all the details for it. It's a Zoom dashboard. It's a one-time payment. It's $14.99. So that's the one I want. If that's not the one I wanted, or if you want to add a new pricing plan at this point, you can click on this link here to create a new one. So this is the one I want. I'm going to click Save. And then for a payment method. So I'm going to set payment method, US dollar. The only thing that I accept on my site is Stripe through a credit card. So I'm going to check the box and hit save. And now I'm good to go with this page. So I'm going to save that. And then we're going to go back in. I've got the thumbnail. I've got the checkout page. The next thing we're going to work on is the digital download. So for this, you get to, again, give it a name at this step. And I'm going to call it Meeting Central Blueprints. And it asks you for the second thing, upload your digital product. So I've already taken all the blueprints. There are 4 of them. And I created a zip file for easy download. So I'm going to click to upload. And here they are, make scenario blueprints. And okay, those are uploaded. Now you have a confirmation email. This will be the thing that the person who buys it, they'll get an email with a link to download the blueprints. So if we take a look at that, I'll just copy all this, and and then let me copy the subject as well. Okay, so one main thing to note is that we have placeholder. It says they're called personalization substitutes, and they're basically placeholders. So I've tweaked mine to say, hi, customer name, thank you for your purchase. And so that would be their name right here. Or actually, I'm going to change that to first name. I should say first name, because that's all we're collecting on their form. So hi, first name, thank you for your purchase. You now have instant access to product name. And if you'll notice, that's in curly brackets. And so that's going to replace the value of product name, which I believe is just, I called it Meeting Central. And then there's this other placeholder here to the downloadable file links. That's going to give them a link to the zip file. And then I added a couple more lines saying, here's a link to the Airtable template, and you can click on that and you have this little toolbar up here, so you can click the little link icon and paste in a web address there. And I did the same thing for my one-on-one booking link, where I say, finally, be sure to book a one-on-one onboarding session with me to get you up and running in no time. And for that, I also clicked the little link and pasted in my cal.com booking link. And then I'm going to hit one more thing I'll note over here. Sender name is my name, and then the sender email is donovan@meetingcentral.com. And you can see here that I could choose my other domain as well if I want. And that's because in another video I went over how do you set up sender email addresses so that you can pick and choose the domain that it's going to come from. And in this case, since it's a Meeting Central blueprint and solution, I definitely do want it to come from this email address. So that's good. So I'm going to click save. And the final thing we want to take a look at is the thank you page. And if we look at our example over here, thank you for your order. The only thing I changed is this initial text here. I just tweaked it a little bit to say, look, keep an eye out for, access to the resources and book a one-on-one onboarding session with me. And that's about it for that. So the final step that you should do is click on publish. And when you do that, we now have access to, well, if we can click view basically to see what this is going to look like. So let's take a look. And there it is. And if a person clicks on buy, they've got all this access to this information, and they can fill out their credit card. And with that, I think we're done. So look at that. I mean, it took me less than 15 minutes to create a digital store selling a digital, download of a zip file. So, you have to take some time to get your logo and your zip file together and, your assets together like that. But once you do, you can really just throw together a digital store in less than 15 minutes and start taking orders. So that's a pretty nice feature. I hope you enjoyed that. If you are new to Systeme and you're looking to get your hands on Systeme.io, please use my affiliate link in the description. I'd appreciate that. And I'll talk to you in the next one.